So I actually think if you're bringing into the issue of medical costs, that is a debate for another day, it really is. But when you look at the statistics of Donald Trump's Central Intelligence Agency, I can't say everything of it's accurate, but because I think there's some weird figures here, like Ireland is apparently the 7th wealthiest country in the world, according to this, in terms of GDP per capita. But the gist of it is the Isle of Man, according to the CIA figures, has a GDP per capita of $84,000 a year. Not sure I believe that either. But Guernsey is on 52,500, ahead of Jersey by 3,000. But we're in the same band as Iceland, well known for its banking, and Saudi Arabia, and just behind Switzerland. We are in the top 20 of the world out of 200 countries, and some of the surveys even put us in the top 5 or 6. So actually, despite having a population, maybe a declining population, of 60-odd thousand, in terms of our real wealth per person in statistical abstraction, we are in the global elite by a long way. But the issues about whether we, the public of the island, entirely support overseas aid is perhaps the distribution of that income and perceived hardships or deficiencies in our social or other services. That is a different issue from where we should stand. I think Guernsey is a globalised community in many ways. It is a community that embraces the world, and it's a community that probably, through its financial and other services, makes a lot of money from around the world. And because of that, I think it's even more important that we make a commitment to international development. I think where perhaps I would add to the arguments here is that our contribution can be more focused, and I think some of the points Deputy Yerby has pointed out about sharing experience, skills, direct relationship between the island and communities are good. I also agree with the members who said where possible we should prioritise locally based charities and organisations over others, as long as they aren't particularly, say, evangelical or political in their aspirations, although I do support the non-religious elements of those charities as well. And anyway, why not support the church if it's doing a good job, whoever it is? But within reason. But the point, but I think the proposition that seems to get a few members a bit stuck is 4B. And actually, of the two, I support 4B even more, because it says to direct policy and sources to investigate whether our contribution could be raised by hypothecated taxes, business levies, or other alternative means of taxation. I know we've had one or two views against hypothecation, but of course only a few months ago we were talking about hypothecating law firms and accountancy firms in a funny sort of way. I don't know. I think the point of this is we have to think outside the box, and perhaps if we wish to aspire to 0.7%, we can do so for a variety of mixed messages that go beyond normal taxation. For example, some people I know through the Guernsey Association of Charities, who are having a big meeting next week, are a bit disappointed that not a lot of progress has been made on gift aid, and that the Social Investment Commission, although in the budget, hasn't quite got to launch point. I think that we can use the resources of people, perhaps resources that we've collected to proceeds of crime, there's another issue. All of those can be used as potential seed money for charities, especially those associated with international development. And those are the kind of areas I think we should be working on. It's not just about taking a bigger slice of the taxation that we have. I think we can do better than that, so I would like to see a huge work stream on this.
Can I invoke Rule 26.1, please?
For those who haven't yet spoken, wish to do so, please stand in their places. Nobody's standing, so we'll go through the closure sequence. Deputy Sampier.
Thank you, sir. So I think I want to start by distancing myself and indeed Policy and Resources from the comments of Deputy Dalal. I think the sentiments he expressed are not ones which Policy and Resources share. I think the phrase charity begins at home is a little trite and indeed is not consistent with the Policy and Resource Plan itself, which of course one of our objectives is our international standing. And I think that was a point which Deputy